We are talking today to Scott Trenti, the CEO of SeniorCare. Hi, Scott. How are you doing?
Good morning. How are you? Thank you for having me back.
It's great to have you back. And we understand you have some updates, important updates for SeniorCare.
I do. So I guess first off, I just wanted to say that May is Older Americans Month each year. And this year's theme is Make Your Mark. Um, we appreciate all the contributions, both in the past and currently, that older Americans make to our country and certainly to our region and state. And it's a good opportunity to say thank you to the older Americans. So I did want to talk a little bit about our nutrition services. So since the COVID virus began, the pandemic, we've seen a 30% increase in requests for meals. That includes both Meals on Wheels combined with our grab and goes. So on a daily basis, we deliver about 780 meals to the 9 communities that SeniorCare serves. So just as a reminder, that's the 4 communities of Cape Ann, Hamilton, Wenham, Ipswich, Topsfield, and Beverly. We also are giving out currently 140 grab and go meals. These are hot lunches for folks who are 60 and above, and we have a few different spots that people can pick up a meal. You don't have to necessarily live in that community. You can pick up a meal in any of the communities. So at the Rose Baker Center, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, between the hours of 11 and 11:30, folks can stop by to pick up a hot meal. They don't have to get out of their car, anything like that. Social distancing is maintained. Folks just need to call 24 to 48 hours in advance the Senior Center. Ipswich Senior Center, same schedule, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. And then Essex Senior Center just recently opened. They just do on Mondays a grab and go meal. We feel like maybe it's underutilized, so I wanted to emphasize that that is available for folks who are 60 and above. We have by far surpassed Meals on Wheels delivery. We've never delivered so many meals. And you know what? We want to deliver more. So I would encourage folks who are 60 and above and homebound, which is just about everybody nowadays, to, if you're interested in receiving home delivered meals, to please give us a call. If you are able to drive and move about, then the grab and go would be a better option for you. So I just want to encourage people. I want to talk a little bit about our home care programs as well. So we're open for business. Home care is a big part of our operation. We continue to accept intakes for in-home services, which might include personal care, homemaker services, grocery shopping, laundry, etc. So we're still getting intakes, and we encourage people to either make referrals on behalf of someone or for elders to call us on their own. We do have some enhanced services that have been approved by the Executive Office of Elder Affairs, who are close partners and allies in this endeavor. We have something called essential shopping, which is a little bit different from grocery shopping, in that one of our provider agencies, we can schedule a block of time, maybe a 3-hour block of time, where they can, if folks need something, say from Target or from Walmart, or if they need to go to different stores within the same time period, we have that. A little different from the grocery shopping, which is just the homemaker going directly to the local grocery store and picking folks up their meals. We also have a new program called Care.Coach, which is a 24/7 monitoring system that utilizes avatar technology with a fish lens camera in the home, and it can be programmed to do whatever the elder or the caregiver may indicate that's needed, such as medication reminders, reminders to take their weight, to eat, upcoming appointments. It can play games with them. It is staffed 24/7, and it communicates both verbally and through text messaging. And those folks who have utilized this service absolutely love it. It's also a way to address social isolation and loneliness as well. So that's another service. There are others as well, and I would just encourage folks to call us. One of the other things that we're seeing sort of a pattern since the virus began, and we're pretty much all homebound, is that we have seen a significant decline in protective service reports. So our protective service department investigates reports of elder abuse, neglect, financial exploitation, and severe self-neglect where there is not a perpetrator of abuse or neglect. So I would encourage, we know that there's underreporting going on right now. In fact, I read an article in the Gloucester Times yesterday saying that the Department of Children and Families, DCF, they're also seeing a significant decline in reports of child abuse. So I just want to encourage people that if you do in fact suspect elder abuse, neglect, or exploitation, to please file a report. And that report can be filed with the Central Intake Unit. The telephone number is 1-800-922-2275. They take the report, and if it's in our catchment area, they ship it off to our protective service department. Lastly, as far as home care goes, one of the patterns that we're seeing, and actually we saw this pre-COVID, is stress on caregivers. With adult day health programs closing, this is necessitated caregivers to really scramble to find ways to take care of their loved one. It's also created a great deal of stress for caregivers. So one of the things that we've started, we've done two things. One is we've made our caregiver support specialist full-time to meet the demand. And she is also holding a weekly caregiver support group, which is done by teleconference. And it's every Tuesday at 11:30. So if there are caregivers that are interested in this, please call us at SeniorCare. So Councils on Aging are very close partners, and we have a weekly meeting with our Councils on Aging, and they're doing amazing work. Despite the fact that people are not coming to their centers, their senior centers, they're still doing a lot of programming and reaching out to seniors in their respective communities, and they're doing a terrific job. So I really wanted to give a shout out and to let folks know in the 9 communities that you have your Councils on Aging, your senior centers, and to reach out to them because they're very, very helpful and very skilled people. And we're fortunate to have such a tight partnership with them. The last thing I really want to talk about is a relatively new program in Massachusetts that Governor Baker has instituted. We were the first in the nation to do this. And it's the Massachusetts COVID-19 Contact Tracing Program. And I'd refer you to the slides, which will be shown. What this is that local departments of health are having a difficult time, especially your smaller communities, in terms of contact tracing. Governor Baker instituted a program whereby contact tracers are hired, and after the initial diagnosis of COVID-19, which makes its way ultimately to the local departments of health, their responsibility prior to this program was to do contact tracing to the best of the ability. Now, what is that? That is, if I am diagnosed with COVID-19, folks are going to want to know who I came in contact with so that they can reach out to them. These contact tracers will make a phone call after they speak with DPH and begin to call the people who have been in contact with somebody who is tested positive. Now, they don't ask for identifying information. They don't ask for social security. They don't ask for date of birth or anything like that. Now, the process here is they will speak with the person, let them know without identifying who, that they have come in contact with someone who tested positive. And they will gather information and offer guidance to that person. There's a specific phone number that utilizes two different area codes, 833 and 857. And on caller ID, it will say MA COVID team, Massachusetts COVID team. So it's important that people actually pick up that call. Now, part of the problem is sometimes folks don't pick up the phone. And over the years, we've been very diligent in terms of educating, in particular seniors, to be aware of scams. Various scams, IRS calling, Social Security office calling people, anybody calling someone with some sort of phony story to obtain their information. And now we have this mass COVID contact tracing, which is very important. It's all to stop the spread of the virus. So it's very, very important. So we're trying to educate our seniors through various platforms, including our care managers, nurses, and other direct service staff who during their wellness calls or their assessment calls are making sure that folks know about this contact tracing program in Massachusetts, and specifically the phone number and what they will see on their phones. So we just want to really reinforce that with seniors, that if you do receive a call, really reinforce it with anybody. If you receive a call and it does say area code 833 or 857 and Mass COVID team, to please pick up. And so that we can all do our part with stopping the spread of this deadly virus. I guess lastly, I just want to say a couple things. One is to check our website for updated information. Our homepage has a boatload of information about the COVID virus. There is a resource page where folks can look to see where to get food, hours for grocery stores, pharmacies. There's a wealth of information, and it's always changing and being updated. So I would encourage people to look at our website. If you're on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, we're also very active there, as well as LinkedIn. So you can also gather information there as well. But most importantly, if you have a question, if you're seeking services, if you're wondering about how to get help, please call us. That's the most important message I can give. Just call us. I want to just close by thanking frontline workers and volunteers. In our world of senior services, we have a network of contracted providers of homemaker personal care, home health aid services, supportive home care aides, lifeline folks, and I just want to give them a shout out. SeniorCare has an RSVP program, Retired Senior Volunteer Program. It's a national program. We have, I don't know what we're up to, probably around 400, 450 volunteers right now. People have really been stepping up, so I want to congratulate them. We have Meals on Wheels drivers who continue to drive for us, both volunteers and paid drivers. They deserve a great shout out as well. Our Protective Service Department and other departments within SeniorCare at times do in fact go out and, to the extent possible, maintain that social distancing while conducting interviews or assessments. And I just think that all of these people and others that I'm not even naming are real heroes in all of this. And on behalf of SeniorCare and our board of directors and our area agency advisory committee, all of our staff, just want to say thank you to all of them. So with that, I will close and thank you again for having me. I appreciate it very much, and I'm more than willing to come back.
Well, we really look forward to you coming back, Scott. Let's just ask, how are you doing and how are your staff doing right now?
Our staff are doing well. They're hanging in there. We have not had any cases of any of our staff testing positive for COVID-19. They're troopers. you know, each Friday, a little bit later on, an hour and a half, we'll have our weekly all-staff meeting where we go over various things and just talk, give people, we utilize Zoom so that people are able to see each other, which they really like. Our staff are doing very, very well. They're going above and beyond, you know, and it's a different kind of, well, it's the new normal, right? So typically our home care staff and others from our community department would actually go to people's homes, have face-to-face visits. That's changed right now. Now most everything is being done telephonically, and preferably if seniors or caregivers have the capacity to utilize Zoom or Skype or GoToMeeting or one of these other platforms, that's even better. So thank you for asking about our staff. They're doing great.
Good. That's great.
And
Well, I'm sorry.
if folks are interested in volunteering, Scott, should they just call SeniorCare? What's the easiest way to get in contact with you?
So yes, anyone that's interested in volunteering, Ruth Lindsay is our RSVP director, and she will work with the person, and she takes, she's very careful about pairing people with volunteer opportunities that match what they're interested in. So there's a whole lot of opportunities to volunteer. And yes, they simply need to call SeniorCare and indicate that they want to volunteer, and they'll be pointed in the right direction.
Great.
Well, be well, Scott. We'll be in touch for sure, and appreciate all the work that you and the folks at SeniorCare have been doing.
Thank you very much. And again, thank you for having me.
Talk soon. Take care.
Bye-bye.